Yes, hello, who? All right. Yeah. No, we met each other. Yes, of course we did. Of course we did. We had a session together. Yeah, with Princess Anne, of course. Yes. Nothing comes saying for you and I. Sounds like that'd be a good play for the title of a program, wouldn't it? You and I. You are a bit faint, actually, Muriel. I could do with a bit more of you. Yeah, well, I could do it a bit more. There, chance. Yeah, you haven't improved any. I can, but I've got to listen hard. Is my plug in there, Mont? Yes, it must be something there. I know, but it must be something there because Monty's finding it a little difficult too. Yeah, I'm getting Ray all right. But anyway, you're a bit better now. Yeah, we lost. I think we'll have to have a spare one because it's been playing up as this monitor. So Ray, what right, Salford team. All right. Well, we'll. Yeah. Escott, Graham, Richards, Brophy, Banner, Coolman, Devlin, Grace, Knight, and Dixon, Prescott. Taylor, McKay. Yes. There's actually somebody come on for Warrington, but yeah, of course. So what's going to be the drill? What are you going to after Tony? Right.
He's turned me down twice. Well, if you had to pick two teams to contest the final of this year's BBC Two Floodlit Rugby League competition,
Okay. 30 seconds.
it's doubtful if you would have come up
Still on the trail. Blank screen. Here we go, Tony. Hit the title side, 10 seconds. Here we are on titles, Tony.
Challenge Cup holders. Hello again. Well, if you had to pick two teams to contest the final of this year's BBC Two Floodlit Rugby League competition, it's really doubtful that you could have come up with anything very much better than Salford against Warrington, because Salford are the league champions and Warrington are the Challenge Cup holders. And after the first half of our sports special on BBC Two tonight, in which we enjoyed the sunshine sports of tennis and cricket from Australia, it's back now to a rather cold and damp evening here at Salford for the second half of this really tremendous final. Sufficient for me to say that at half-time there's no score, but we're expecting plenty of tries in the second half, and the man to describe those to us is our commentator, Eddie Waring.
Well, thank you very much, Tony, and no score, but a couple of near things. One by Fielding after 20 minutes, and then one by Gordon Graham after 38 minutes. A good crowd, naturally a lot of atmosphere about this final. Neither team have won this Floodlit trophy, and this is the 10th final for which it's been played, and this is the Salford side. A lot of stars in the Salford side. There's Dixon, but we'll give you the team with Charlton full-back, and the three-quarters, Keith Fielding on the right wing. He's on score 4 tremendous strides recently here. Escott, Graham, Richards, half-backs Brophy and Banner, and the forwards Coolman, Devlin, Grice, Knighton, Dixon and Prescott, and the subs Taylor and McKay. Well, that is Salford, a team that's very, very much in the news at all time these days, buying players, selling players, a lot of atmosphere here at the West. And this is the Warrington side, led by Dave Chisnall, and they too have got plenty of names in the side. They've got Derek Whitehead in full-back, three-quarters Sutton, Cunliffe, Whittle, Bevan, half-backs Briggs and Gordon, and the forwards Chisnall, Ashcroft, experienced hooker, Wright, Gaskell, Conroy and Philbin, and Lowe and Jewett. And actually Lowe is on the field, is in place of Dave Cunliffe, and Lowe will be stand-off half. Cunliffe's got a head injury, and the referee tonight, a man of many talents and certainly a very efficient referee, bringing the ball on, referee Billy Thompson of Huddersfield, man who used to play soccer but also a very fine rugby league referee. So that's the situation, reminding you of the score. 0-0, Salford 0, Warrington 0. The referee starting with Salford on the right and Warrington on the left. White shorts for Salford, dark shorts for Warrington, and Chisnall very soon into the picture. Not going to be. Rather muddy ground, a lot of rain here, of course, today. When I say of course, only because it's been very wet in the north. Paul Charlton, the lively fullback who I've said once, many a time, and I'll say it again, loves to run, loves to get his three-quarters going. Alice Devlin, Peter Banner with a fresh pair of shorts on. Prescott being taken by Gordon and by John Lowe. 25 yards line on the right. Alex Murphy said before the match, he's the Warrington coach, he said it's going to be hard, but he said with a lot of experience in the side, and what is more, he said we've got injuries, but that makes the other players play very well. Keith Fielding being taken by John Bevan. That's a clash for you. Welsh Rugby Union International, English Rugby Union International, and a knock-on. So that's a clash to look for in this 39 minutes there's still to go. Scrums first hour was 7-4 for Salford, and the penalties 5 each. Chris Esker's a good lead, Charlton making the extra man, and Maurice Richards. 15 tries so far this season. Very close in the first half to 1. Scoring, and Graham was close when he just stepped into touch, and the referee is calling John Lowe out for elbowing. Tom Brophy to kick. Salford right possession. Alan Grice with a head bandage. 25 yards line. Salford still in the jersey they played in the first half, so you can't really distinguish the numbers. Coolman to Knighton. Setting up a position for some sort of a move. Colin Dixon. Warrington under pressure now from the Reds. The Red Devils, as they're known. Tommy Brophy. Been quite a good buy for Salford as Brophy. Extra man. Grice has got too far. He had Keith Fielding up over the top, but he went above him. So Keith Fielding couldn't get at that. There, he's looking a bit desperate there, Keith Fielding. As someone said, well, he's not 8 foot and he could have jumped, but Salford beat Huddersfield, beat St Helens, and St Helens, a great victory that, and then beat Hull Kingston Rovers. And Fielding has got 4 tries and 12 goals, 36 points. And that way to the final. Warrington have beaten Swinton, beaten New Hunslet, and beaten Lee. No score. Tommy Conroy. Not going to run into touch. Paul Charlton from Derek Whitehead. Coming into John Bevan coming in to take the fullback and the would-be runner. Not a good one, but it's come off, and it's gone out from Graham to Richards. Richard 1, 2, 3, 4 around him, including Kevin Ashcroft, including Wayne Gaskell. Devlin, Prescott, Dixon, they're the second row forward. From Wales, Colin Dixon played with Halifax. Hesketh, a lot of strength in from Salford in this early stage of the second half. No score. 25 yards line the position. 10 yards inside. 5 minutes gone. Dixon to running off Prescott. And obstruction there. It was what they would call in Australia shepherding. Crossed in front of Dixon, and there's Chisnall, the captain, and referee Thompson is indicating by crossing his arms that it's for players crossing one another. Whitehead to kick. Last year, there's Kevin Ashcroft, a hooker of great experience. Last year, of course, the Floodlit final was played in daylight, and it was a great success for Bramley. Cunliffe has gone off, I told you that. He went off just before half-time. He's got his 3 stitches in his head, but he says he's fit to come back on if necessary. John Lowe is on. Number 14 is the sub for Cunliffe. Warrington have just controlled that storm of Salford, and this is going for a long up and under. It's got Paul Charlton running round in circles a little bit, but he's gone dead ball and Charlton ready to come in. It's a tap on the 25-yard line. Hooker, Devlin. Alan Grice with a sweat bandage on. Coolman, Mike Coolman. Salford, the Lancashire Cup finalists, lost to Widnes, and then they lost in the 3rd round of the John Player Cup at LKR in a very good match, 25-17. Harry Gordon, experienced scrum half, 25 yards line. Ashcroft, Chisnall, and coming on the burst, Gaskell. Chisnall, become quite a good captain and leader as Chisnall in the forwards. Oh, good pass, good to John Bevan. John Bevan, 14 tries this season, fielding 25, Maurice Richards 15, so 3 good try-scoring wingers, but it's the forwards at the moment who are taking it. Tommy Conroy and Warrington setting up an attack, 20 yards out along an American-like throw. 6 tackle. Nice pass to Barry Philbin. Both went away from it. So that was a chance, possible chance of opener score. No score here in this final, 10th Floodlit final. And they met this season in the 1st division in November when Salford 11, Warrington 7. Warrington getting possession. Whittle saved a very good try against a fielding dash in the 1st half. Full back up, Derek Whitehead. A cluster of Warringtonians around together, assembled just to the left. So he's going left with a purpose of strength, a knock on, but advantage. And it's now being washed clean again, so Warrington get back with the ball. Conroy, what's going to come out of this endeavour? Wayne Gaskell. There's the sight of the post. Kevin Ashcroft indicating which way he's going to go. Throwing the long one, there's a lot of players. He's going to, oh, the kick's far too strong. Barry Philbin, far too strong on this one. So tap penalty from the 25 yards line. 10 minutes gone, 2nd half. Salford 0, Warrington 0. So you couldn't have it closer, and little Peter Banner, who scored that wonderful try at St Helens, clean white shorts to Mike Coolman. So I got injured player, which is Barry Philbin, and on comes the Warrington physiotherapy, Nobby Clark. So Philbin, the injured player, Nobby Clark on, referee Thompson having a look, and the one sub is already on, John Lowe, and Peter Jewett, a recently signed forward, and so it looks as if they want attention. Now they're telling the, I don't think they want a stretcher, I think they're telling the sub to come on. So the sub is Peter Jewett. Eric Prescott helping him off, nice gesture on behalf by Eric Prescott carrying him off. Oh, that's a very nice gesture by Eric Prescott. Well, 2:13, they show that they do like each other, and this is Peter Jewett. So Warrington have got both their subs on. So interesting to see this boy, recently signed from Higginshaw, received £3,000. So it's going to be a real baptism for him in a cup final. Mike Coolman. We haven't got to the point yet of saying, well, the next team to score will be the winners, because there's a long way to go and points can come quite suddenly. Although both teams are good defensive teams. Dixon, and sent a long pass out there. I thought it was coming earlier to Maurice Richards. Gordon Graham. There's a lot of ball moved around there and a lot of position being gained. It's a question of the scrum success. (8-6) to Salford, the scrum. There's the front three. Chisnall looking appealingly, and the other prop, Gilly Wright. Ashcroft now is up, and now they're in. Final for this BBC Two Floodlit trophy. A much wanted trophy in rugby league circles. Alan Whittle, John Bevan can't go without his left boot. Well, he could if he could get his shoe off. Chisnall got a good sidestep as Chisnall for a big heavy forward. The front three have handled there: Chisnall, Ashcroft and Gilly Wright. The first time Warrington have played away from home in this competition tonight. Chisnall. And they're looking quite strong at the moment. Salford had the advantage in the first half position-wise, but now it seems to be turning to Warrington. Of course, there is quite a little bit of a breeze, which is keeping the players from not kicking too far. Oh, ball lost. Hewitt lost it, but it's all right. Come off. Will Briggs, Dave Sutton. First time Dave Sutton really had a run in this match. And 6 tackles coming up. Still no score here at the West. The Willows, call it what you want. The West, the Willows. There's Colin Dixon getting his breath back. There's the captain, Chris Hesketh. Having a look at Mike Coolman. Of course, Mike Coolman, well known for his activities in rugby union. Salford physio Alf James, man in charge. .25 yards line. Dixon, using Dixon a lot in these efforts to bring yardage away, and this has come off with Knighton, who's quite a runner. A kick and a chase for Fielding. Who's going to get there first? And this should be a try by Charlton. It is a try by Charlton. No try, no try, no try. Didn't give it. Didn't give it. So let's have a look at this. You see, it was Knighton, and then the kick went up, and it didn't go to the wing as he was hoping. It went over the line. Now then, what comes down? John Bevan was there with it, and the referee claimed that he went in first, and so it's no try. Salford 0, Warrington 0. So it's still the defences that are winning. No try yet in this match. Well, no score at all in this match. We might get to the stage where somebody decides on a one-point drop. Tommy Brophy. John Knighton. Oh, John Knighton, he got his pass into Keith Fielding. So close. Coming in the open field. There's a lot of Salford players played out right across, and they lost possession. Well, that was easily the nearest there's been to a try. A couple of things in the first half, and we've got a player injured. Could be John Bevan. John Lowe with the ball. No, it's Derek Whitehead. He's over on the far side. It's Derek Whitehead. Kevin Ashcroft going to see what had happened. So John Bevan's on the wing. Chisnall there. Whittle there. And Derek Whitehead. Not had a lot of injuries tonight at all. Philbin's got a twisted ankle. Evan Conroy has gone to loose forward, and Peter Jewett is on the field. No subs as yet used for Salford. This was the ground where the famous England versus Australia battle took place in the area about the 1922, and Harold Wagstaff crowned his career on a very muddy ground. No score. Warrington in the dark shorts on your left. Wayne Gaskell. Long ball. John Lowe. Still got a fairly clean 14. Most of the others have wiped their numbers out as far as colouring is concerned. And 6 tackle coming up. Well, Salford, who have as a ground that is occupied with, I was going to say 4 covering, but providing you take the clubhouse as a covering, then it's covered on all 4 sides. Big new stand on the left, which Salford are playing towards, and there's a chance for Warrington to break through here. Oh, well said, courageously down. Prescott. Kuhlman. Grice. Charlton. Charlton 12 tries this season from the fullback position. Dixon. Good a handoff by Kuhlman there as he was going down, but Peter Jewett came up and helped to complete the tackle. With this, it's the 6th tackle, so Brophy showing the ball for a kick, but I should think it's a forward pass, it is. And Maurice Richards there. Very, very well known, of course, to rugby union people, and particularly to Welsh rugby union people for his many deeds. Halfway through the second half, and you can see at the bottom there, no score, Salford 0, Warrington 0, and there's a movement on the far touchline with John Taylor getting ready, so it could be John Taylor might come on, and it could come on, I don't know, possibly for Brophy, we'll see, but he's certainly with the touch judge on the far side. Paddy Gordon, that lively, good scrum half. Derek Whitehead, a little short, a kick. There's a chase between the two fullbacks. Whitehead and Paul Charlton. Paul Charlton gets there first, and on comes John Taylor. With the test judge on the far side, he's signalling that he can come on. He comes on. Who's going to go off? I think it could be Tom Brophy. Not sure yet who is going off. He's showing number 14, and Tom Brophy has gone off. So Taylor on for Brophy. A move by coach Les Bettinson, the Salford coach. Dave Chisnall appealing for that he should have been allowed to play the ball, but the referee says no. Penalty to Salford. Penalty to Salford. Chris Hesketh up there. Peter Banner got the ball, but it was offside. Paul Charlton looked as if he was looking up at us actually then. It was because the ball came straight to the camera. This Warrington full back, now of course having had a splendid career and still having with Salford, Alice Devlin. Could be a position where just one try could settle this. Tremendous defence tonight and a lot of good attacking play, but neither team being able to get completely on top of each other. Coolman, Mike Coolman. Mosley, of course. 9 caps. There's Taylor coming on, knocking on for the first time he touches the ball, and then it's knocked forward and it's offside, and it's a chance for White. Will they kick a goal? It's a long, long way. Bevan is looking towards the touchline, almost to ask Alec Murphy what he should do. He's got the wind, but it looks the way he's shaping himself. He's going to kick for touch, not going to kick for goal. Suddenly it's the penalties, and Warrington using the wind now for position. Last year Warrington had a great season, won all the trophies except the Floodlit one. They didn't win that one. 25 yards line. Castleford won the first 3 Floodlit competitions. Started way back in 1965. Seems surprising we've been doing this so long. This is a chance for a break. And on Saturday, you see Castleford and St Helens, a great match in grandstand at the moment. Number 1 and 2 in the league tables. Charlton. And if one raises a voice when you Charlton in possession, you know he'll have a run and anything can accrue from it. John Knighton. Chris Hesketh. Been a good footballer, Chris Hesketh, with Wigan and now at Salford. Mike Coolman. Two strong men there, passing. Chisnall and Coolman. Taylor, John Taylor making his mark now, but going down on the 6th tackle and getting his short dirted. There's the front 3 of Warrington. And the penalty for Keith Fielding is saying no to Paul Charlton. Paul Charlton looked at Keith Fielding there, and Keith Fielding nodded his head no. And he nodded his head, no, I'm not going to take the goal kick. He didn't want to take the goal kick. Don't let me have it. He felt he was too far against quite a strong wind. But those are those sort of chances that's got to be taken in this match. Prescott, Salford now taking the upper hand a little bit, with Dixon telling his team to spread out, moving it well across, made good yards, gone back into the middle. Maurice Richards seeks work. Devlin, Grice, Dixon, nice short one to Coleman. Gordon Graham. Salford now putting on the pressure, and Jewett doing quite a good bit of tackling there. Alice Devlin. Derek Whitehead saving the situation. Tom Conroy. Derek Whitehead using the wind to get some yardage away from them, but John Bevan takes Paul Charlton very well. But it's still Salford in possession. There's still no score. Salford in the white shorts on the right. Warrington with many triumphs last year, trying to get this one, but Salford still very much looking dangerous when they get on this flank. Hesketh. The shop is really getting closed up with the tacklers. Dixon. Charged down. And the referee said play on because it was advantage, although Chisnall was partially obstructed. Ashcroft. Chisnall. Gaskell. There's a real battle of the forwards now, and no score in this final of the Floodlit competition. The referee whistle gone. Scrum down. Not a lot in the scrum, in actual fact. Blindside move. Good run by Connery. Got Bevan there. Is Bevan going over? He's just a yard short. And it's in touch. Flags up. John Bevan looks a little bit amazed about that, but in touch. Carlton took him in, but the position is right. John Bevan with his stockings down, having a little furtive look out of his left eye at the touch judge there. Ball possession is vital now to both teams for a defensive play by Salford to get out of that corner. You can see the corner flag, and Keith Fielding ready to go up to close the short side up if Conroy if the scrum half Paddy Gordon gets it. Tom Conroy then was breaking up very quickly. Seemed to be as if they were going to work some sort of a move, but it didn't come cleanly. Two scrum halves, Paddy Gordon on the left, Peter Banner on the right, number 7. And the referee allowing a little bit of pushing to go on. It's Paddy Gordon, it's Warrington, he's got out of the tackle, he's getting pushed back. Warrington fans wonder if this is their moment. No score in this final, using the big heavy fellows. Gaskell, and lost possession at such a moment. 10 minutes to go. Salford 0, Warrington 0. Good run by Mick Coolman, taken by Johnny Lowe, number 14, the sub. And it must have been a hard tackle for Mike Coolman to be. Maybe the way fall, you can see the mud really coming up now. But the ground's in a lot better condition than it was a few years ago. It now can take rain, and it's had some bashing, some pounding with the big forwards, going straight in and down the middle. Could be a question of a drop goal if they get into a kickable position, either team. 6 tackle after at the next. Play on. All right, says the referee. Grice. Then inside to Fielding. There's a lot before him. There's a lot to do, as they would say. But despite no score, there's a lot of atmosphere and certainly a lot of doubt who's going to win this match. Might really be a question of getting near to the post and having that drop to make it 1-0. Halfway line, the very first ever final was Castleford 4, St Helens 0. There have been some very close scores. In fact, only once have there ever been double figures, when Lee beat Wigan. Lee 11, Wigan 6. 0-0 here, no score. Tommy Conroy, halfway line. This big crowd here tonight. Not quite sure where the break, if any, is going to come. To tremendously experienced team with players who've been tackling. Not had a lot of dry ground in the middle of the field. John Bevan chasing a kick by Briggs. And offside, Peter Banner, the man who scored that try at St Helens, which helped Salford to get their big win away and into the big crowd on the far side from the main stand. Looking towards Buell Hill. I know we have a lot of followers in Isle of Man who will be watching this, having lived a lot of time round to these parts, and great Salford followers. But they, like us, don't know what's going to happen. It's 0-0 and time is running out. Dixon, Hesketh, John Knighton, Peter Banner making Dave Sutton run, and who's getting the ball? It's in touch. You can see the flag. Warrington got the wind with that, and there's the front three. Waiting now, Chisnall. Gordon, Paddy Gordon. 25 yards line. The Blues, the blue and gold of Warrington, against the Reds of Salford. Ball loose. But knock on John Taylor, and the referee, I thought he was just going to have a word with one of the players who thought he needed attention. Look at Kevin Ashcroft looking at the referee, which is Billy Thompson. 11 each for scrums. midway between the halfway line and the 25-yard line. And it's got to the stage now where I'm sure the team realised the team to score next look pretty certain to be the winners, but there's no score at this moment. Amazing how close scores have been in this Floodlit final. We did have a double figure when Bramley beat Widnes 15-7. No score. Dixon trying to make the break that could win this match, and this is a man who can go a lot of yards. Can't get his pass out, Eric Prescott. And everybody's saying backing up. The tension here is so evident now. Peter Banner, Grice, and the Salford offside, crossing, obstruction, crossing penalty to Warrington. Chisnall. Well, with less than 5 minutes to go, with 3 minutes plus injury time, and if there's a draw, it will be a replay at Warrington at a date to be decided. Last year's final, Bramley 15, Widnes 7. This year's final, 0-0 at this moment, with time fast running out, and the fans know this. The next to score will be, if there is one, will be the one to win. Is Paragon going to get it? In is John Bevan in. Way about 2 yards out. Warrington now putting pressure. Got the ball and putting pressure on. Bit of ground lost. Whittle. Long one to John Lowe. 2 minutes plus injury time. 6 tackle coming up. Is he going to have a drop? A 1 point drop. Play on, says the referee. All right. No goal, of course. Grice. 10 yards, but it's Salford possession. A 1 point drop goal would do the trick now, with time really running out. Banner, a kick and a chase now. It's not ball back, it's a good kick by Peter Banner. Fielding was going to be off onto his mark to get away, but you can see the touches his flag there. Warrington have got the advantage of the wind. And Salford fans now asking for this last great big effort. Single scored in most of the Floodlit final before. We had 2 but never had a nil as such. And that's what it is at the moment. Scrums are 13-11 to Warrington. They've taken the last 5. Might have been more attempts at the drop goal earlier on, which might have now been paying such great dividend. John Lowe, number 14. 2 subs on of the 2 half-back positions, stand-off half that is. Jewett. Harry Gordon went close 2 minutes ago. Well, certainly this has been a hard, grueling Rugby League Cup final with 40 minutes gone, second half. If anything's going to happen, it's going to happen in injury time. Is Whitehead should be up for having a drop even out of the mud. Goals have won matches out of the mud before. He's going to do, but he couldn't get in his. He couldn't get onto his right foot to belt. He couldn't. Whitehead. And that's position lost, but Salford's still got the ball. Fielding, is he going to win this match for Salford? Halfway line. The crowd are really on the tote about this, although they've had nothing to finalise a lot of cheering about. We're in injury time. Salford not a chance to get Fielding running a lot. Chris Escott doing the job, one to Dixon. Colin Dixon running strongly to Graham. 1 minute injury time gone. And who's going to have a drop, if anybody? Who's the drop goal master here? But they probably don't need it if they get to a try. Then certainly the next one's going to be the decider. It's in a position as Richards up there, coming from his left wing position. 25 yards line, 6 tackle. Salford, everybody really on their toes here. Going back for a drop by Dixon, and it's been charged down. It took a long time, but there's still Salford possession. Still getting the ball moving around, and it's 6 to go. Clearing it. It's indicating that there's 5-6 tackles. So Warrington are in trouble now, but there's no score. 10 yards out, Ellis Devlin. Salford, the fans can sense this is the moment of decision. It's going, is it? Had a dog goal, but he gone wide. Prescott straight in front, but he went wide. He look at the dejection on his face. So it only needs 1 point. It only needs one successful kick, and the team that does it will take this BBC Two trophy. I should think that Pudal is going to take the tap, and both crowds are, the sectional crowd are whistling, and it's that the hooter has gone. Yes, the hooter has gone, and Warrington are very quick to be running off, and that is the situation here at the Willows West. An unusual scoreline there. Salford 0, Warrington 0. So the players go off after this extremely intense and grueling final. They both live to fight again, and there's the trophy, which will not be presented tonight, but there is David Oxley, the rugby league setter, Brian Snape on the left, Jack Myscove leads on the left, and David Oxley and Tony Preston, who is the head of outside broadcast group with the BBC there, not having anything to do, but at least we can look at him and let him know what he might have done. So there, Tony Preston, the chairman, Brian Snape, are talking to one another as the crowds go off, and the replay will be at Warrington. The date not fixed, but will be at Warrington, and no doubt you'll hear all about it.
Well, surely the evidence there, if we need it, that you don't need a score for a very exciting match, and I'm sure that Warrington will be absolutely delighted with that draw, and the replay to be played at Wilderspool at Warrington at a date yet to be decided. Well, after the cricket, the tennis and the rugby league from Salford tonight, we can now look forward to Sports Night Special on BBC One tomorrow night at 9:35, in which one of the guests taking part in a discussion on sport and recreation will be His Royal Highness Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, who's President of the Council of Physical Recreation. And also in that programme, there's football and show jumping, and that's at 9:35 tomorrow night on BBC One. But tonight, from here, from Salford to you, a very good evening.